What you sow always determines what you reap. What you sow determines what you reap. Obviously, a basic principle of life. We understand this very clearly in agriculture. Any farmer or gardener will tell you that you reap what you sow. What we fail to remember at times is this applies far beyond the natural realm of life. It applies in your daily relationships. It applies in your investments of life. It applies in any realm of life, that what you sow relates to what you reap. In fact, Paul starts out this particular discourse with these words in verse number 7. He says, "Do not be deceived." Key word there, do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. Another key phrase, a man reaps what he sows. Let's talk about those two words for a moment. Paul says, before I get into all the details about the idea of sowing and reaping, I want to lay this foundational principle here. Don't be deceived. The word deceived here is a word that means to be led astray. That's the original Greek term that's used there. The idea is that you're going in the wrong direction. You're wandering around, not heading to the right destination. The best way to describe it would be if you were to drive up to someone looking for directions to some place you were unfamiliar with, and they gave you directions, but they were the wrong directions, but you followed them and you found yourself off course. You were deceived, if you will, led astray by the wrong set of directions. So Paul says, don't be led astray by the wrong set of directions. Don't be led astray by the wrong way of thinking. Don't be led astray by distortion in your perspective. God cannot be mocked. That word in the original language is a word that speaks of turning up the nose. It's the actual literal translation of that word, the turning up the nose, the sort of ridiculing something. You've seen people make faces, and in their faces they're communicating a sense of contempt or a sense of ridicule. Paul says, don't be deceived, don't be led astray, because God cannot be ridiculed. That is, God cannot be discounted. He cannot be ignored. And He set a law in place. And what is the law that He set in place? A man reaps what he sows. Don't be deceived. Don't be led astray. God cannot be ridiculed. What He says He means, a man reaps what he sows. So God has set into the universe this principle of sowing and reaping. It's in every realm of life, not just in the agricultural realm. In every realm of life, God has established for time and eternity here in this world, He's established this principle of sowing and reaping. Look at what He says after the flood in Genesis chapter 8. As long as the earth endures, notice this, seed time and harvest, planting and reaping, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease.